For decades, the Reiner family home in Brentwood stood as a quiet symbol of stability in an industry often defined by volatility. Rob Reiner, celebrated for his work behind the camera, was equally known among friends for his commitment to family life. Alongside his wife Michelle, he worked intentionally to create a household rooted in routine, care, and emotional presence. Their children were raised largely away from constant public scrutiny, and those close to the family often spoke of a home filled with conversation, shared meals, and mutual respect. From the outside, it appeared to be a rare example of balance between professional success and personal grounding, a place where fame never fully overshadowed family. That carefully maintained sense of normalcy was abruptly shattered in mid-December when an unthinkable tragedy occurred inside the family home. Rob Reiner and Michelle were found deceased, sending shockwaves through Hollywood and prompting an outpouring of disbelief from colleagues, friends, and the public. As investigators began piecing together the events leading up to that night, the focus quickly turned inward. Their son Nick was taken into custody as a suspect, a development that stunned many who had long viewed the family as close-knit. What had once seemed like a private household crisis suddenly became a public reckoning, forcing observers to confront the painful reality that deep struggles can exist even behind the most composed exteriors. In the days that followed, members of the family began sharing their reflections, each revealing a different layer of the story. Tracy Reiner, Rob's adopted daughter, spoke with visible grief about conversations left unfinished and emotions that never fully found resolution. She described her father as a man who still believed reconciliation was possible and who carried regret over choices he wished he could revisit. Her words painted a picture of a family in transition rather than collapse. Soon after, Romy Reiner offered her own perspective, suggesting that emotional imbalance and unresolved tension had been present for years, quietly shaping relationships in ways few outsiders ever noticed. At the center of much of that tension was Nick, whose life had followed a far more turbulent path than that of his siblings. His journey was marked by recurring struggles with addiction and mental health challenges that placed enormous emotional strain on the entire family. Rob and Michelle devoted years to supporting him through treatment programs, periods of recovery, and painful setbacks. Their efforts were driven by hope, but also by a